Hey guys, Crystal here. So I saw a couple posts about 365 days. It's been on my timeline. It's trending. So I'm like, what is this? Persons were like, oh, if you like 50 Shades of Grey, then you're gonna love this. And I kept seeing posts on TikTok and Facebook. I saw a couple memes, and there were a couple discussions about it normalizing rape culture. And then I was like, okay, all right, so I'm definitely I go watch this because I wanted to see what it is about. Based on you know the discussions that I saw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my reaction throughout, and then we're going to have a discussion on basically I'm going to have a discussion on how I feel about the whole process. Now, mind you, I'm an actor, so when I'm watching shows, I'm watching it from different perspectives. I'm watching it as Crystal, the regular person, Crystal, the actor, Crystal, the mother, etc. So you know what? I would just jump in for my scene by scene reaction. Please observe that the lighting is dark because I did not want to turn on my ring light just to damage my eye to video this. So, and it's a movie, so who watches the movie in light or well lit anyway? This is off to an interesting start. Alright, so I feel like I need my glasses for that one, yeah. Because I have to read. Interesting start. Interesting start. No, sir. Alright, this is gruesome. Ugh. A very, very interesting start. Okay. Couple seconds in. I mean, I wonder if it's a match made in hell doing this. Something's not right. Something's not right. Isn't he, rapist? How many seconds in? Not even 20 minutes in. And he's a rapist. Anyways, maybe this was gonna be a sexy movie. This looks like a thriller or a nice horror film. So, what kind of things do you people like? Well, you know what? I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to judge, but Goody legit. Some can't even talk. Goody legit is Alice in Wonderland, and this is sexy. Can somebody explain to me why this brother's so creepy? What's happening? This is beyond strange. On the one hand, the bathroom is nice. The bathroom is really, really nice. Like, I got a whole idea. Dog. Dog, I want to smell much, dog. Dog. He is so creepy. He's just one big, sexy creep. Okay. Interesting plot. The sick part about this, because I don't understand this. If you want somebody to fall in love with you, why would you let her see that? Why? Oh. Yeah, but it's a no from me, dog. First, the brother did annoy me. But no. I did be annoy me. Like, she seriously annoy me. Like, I don't know. Ooh, child. So I have to migrate in my room for special reasons. But anyway, I'm here conflicted because I'm like, oh, well, this is the strangest I've ever felt. I'm torn. What is this? What's happening? What's happening? I'm legit over here like, oh, that's so, that's cute, right? That's cute. Is that cute? I don't know. It's something off. That friend here. I like that friend here. She have a vibe. I'm gonna tell you once again, I'm conflicted with this one because I'm like, oh, wow, wow. That guy there, cute too, you know. Although I'm not trust him, I'm not trust nothing in him. But in cute, like a derby and thing. Not like massing, but he can't go on. But I'm not trust him. I'm not trust him.
About what? Did something happen?
Oh, okay. This part is. Ooh. Oh, well, I didn't expect this ending. I did not. Wow, this. Who's ever created this? That's what you call a twist. Alright, so those were my reaction towards the movie. Now, I'm not for spoilers. I don't like telling stories because I know not everyone has seen it yet. So I'll try my best not to delve too much into the plot. Now, Crystal, the person watching this, is like, okay, but before I go into Crystal, the person, that discussion, let me just get this out the way. Crystal, the actor, saw a story, and the story that I saw, it's pretty real. Like, acting on stage or on film, it's supposed to hold up a mirror to society. And this held up a mirror to the scary parts of society that persons probably will not discuss. So it was a good plot. Like, it's in terms of like the interwoven subtext and underlying messages of it all, really, really good. And I like the fact that the ending, I did not expect that ending. So in terms of the climax and the resolution or solution, I like how the story went. It allowed me to feel the different emotions. I felt disgust, I felt surprise, I felt that hatred, happy. Anyways, my child might watch this. So I was allowed to just go through this emotional roller coaster. And when a movie can do that to me, then for me it is a good movie. Now, Crystal, the woman, the normal person, I'm able to look at something objectively, or at least try my best to always be objective. And this is just normalizing kidnapping and sexual abuse. Now, persons are going to say, there's going to be arguments that, oh, he did tell her that, I won't do anything to you. I mean, until you consent. So mentally, he tortured her. One would argue that she tortured him as well, because I guess she was being a brat in some sense. So yeah, she did, and based on like his actions, she actually consented. I'm just trying my best not to really to delve too much into the whole plot to give it away. But this man drugged her. He drugged her. He had this idea of this woman in his head for a very long period of time. And he kidnapped this woman. This man is a psychopath. And I had to ask myself, I had to step away from the, oh, he fought. Damn, he's sexy. I had to move from that to thinking, if this was an old man with a beer belly, with the money, would this be okay? Would it? If he was ugly, would this be okay? No, it would not. But because this man is an eye candy, people are like, I wouldn't need 365 days. Oh, give me 5 minutes. It would not be okay. None of this is okay. However, what we can look at is that this is bringing light to a world that actually exists. You do have a lot of dons and jugglers out there that are doing these things, right? It can happen. You actually, can you envision this happening in real life? Yes, it can. Now, persons are like, oh, it wasn't rape. All right. Now, here's when I said that it was rape. Do you remember the initial scene in the plane? Do you see that young woman's reaction? That's rape. You can say, oh, he hired her because she knew what she was going to get herself into. Look at the body language of that young woman. Okay, he's a rapist, right? Now, once again, I'm going to ask you guys, envision this. Put this in a totally different setting. He's not handsome. For those who know him, not tall, he's not handsome. Whatever your idea of ugly is, even though nobody really ugly if you really think of it, because we're all made differently. But anyway, think of somebody who's not handsome, he's not rich, doing this. You see them something in a criminal minds. Now something else that we're going to look at is Laura. So let's focus on Laura for a second. Laura seemed to like the finer side of life. Yes, we can agree that Laura actually enjoyed being spoiled. So this is where the consensual aspect came out. She didn't mind being spoiled. I saw that. I think that's what makes the plot so good, because initially she was resistant. I mean, she was held captive. And I want you guys to also think of how this could play on her mind. From what the story implies, this man did something to her boyfriend. Yes, her boyfriend was shitty. Let me just bleep that out. But we can agree that in exposing this man, Massimo exposing this man, it also played on her mentally. So there are a lot of things that he did that were just torturous to her mind. And once again, she's his victim. She's his victim. So it's like this thing. I saw an argument where persons, I think it was an article, I don't remember who or what platform I saw it on, but it spoke of a woman who was being raped, but because, I mean, the whole act of it, she felt bad for enjoying it at bits, because she liked sex on a whole. So she enjoyed sex. So when she was being raped, it moved in stages. It moved from her screaming and fighting to something, her body just naturally reacting to this thing that she enjoyed doing, that she felt such shame for. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, initially she's fighting this thing, but there's a desire in her to just have that best life. I guess maybe her priorities weren't set straight, but we can see this woman trying to escape. We see her going and say, listen, I've been kidnapped, so and so and so. But she can't escape because this man has captured her. Yes, he did some noble act and she changed her mind. But there's something called Stockholm Syndrome. I feel like they're grateful, or they owe someone from taking them from a worse situation. So they're not focusing on the bad in the moment. They're just thinking of, okay, it could have been worse. So I'm somewhat grateful, because, and it's something that Wolipa we are go through. Wolipa we are go through. We're in our jobs, and if you look at it, our boss is crappy. Our co-workers are disgusting people. We don't want to be in that environment, but we are grateful because, hey, it allows us to pay our bills. And it allows us to pay for transportation and stuff to get back to that same place that may be demeaning or not good for our mental health, but we're grateful because, hey, it could have been worse. So for me, I think it's Stockholm Syndrome. That's what I believe. Those who are going to come and say, okay, they're adults and she this and she that, I think you need to look at how this man mentally just tortured her, how he played on her psyche to the point that she was confused about herself, and she just fell for him. But like I said, it's a good storyline, and the reason why I like the storyline is because it shows a different aspect of society. And other than that, it is normalizing sexual abuse and kidnapping, and the irony. I like the irony of it. Like I said, this is the creative in me, that this man did what he did to that brother that was, kidnapping children. We're able, or if you find yourself pardoning him, because you look at it, he's like, oh, you're doing that to kids. Aren't you doing it to a grown person? That's hypocrisy right there. Anyways, this man drugged this woman, tortured her mentally. She felt guilty. She gave in. She had some greed inside her. We can't deny that this woman did greedy, so she never mind all of these things. But we also have to look at the mental instability of this woman and the process that he dragged her through and why she had her reactions. So at the end of the day, he's still a psychopath. He's still a psychopath. Is he sexy? Girl, chap. Ooh, but I have to be objective. Was my first movie review, so if you would like for me to review something else, I'm here for it. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe.